Please welcome the legendary John Amos.
Thank you.
You have weepy eyes?
Yeah, I'm so excited to see you. I started crying.
Let's give you, please.
Boy Scouts honor.
Let's give you some shoe cam. Put your
Shoe
feet
cam.
on those feet.
Yes, ma'am.
You know how this works.
Oh, yeah.
A nice pair of Nikes. Now, you and I met for the first time. Thank you for coming to our Hunter Foundation.
I thought that was a great thing you did, you and your husband.
We bowled, we served food, we socialized, and we raised money.
Yes.
And when my son saw you, who's only 17,
yeah.
he spazzed out like, oh my gosh. You transcend so many generations. You've got an incredible career.
I've been doing this a long time.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you.
But the thing is, John, you still look like John.
Special effects.
And then, so I see him, and I wasn't sure whether he knew our sloppy show.
You kidding? I'm addicted. I gotta see Wendy every day.
You never know who's watching. I love that. Coming to America is always played a lot during the holidays. Do you watch?
Absolutely, every time. I don't know if you've had the joy of working with Eddie Murphy.
No.
He is a phenomenon. I couldn't wait to get to work every day because I knew I'd be laughing myself sick every day. So I got to share this one story with you.
Okay.
We were on a break. So I stand outside. I had a little lunch, and I was waiting to go back inside, and some guy comes up to me, and he says, what do you do? Asking me. And I said, I work with Eddie Murphy. Oh, yeah? What's your name? And I told him, he said, I never heard of you. I said, that's okay. He said, I've never seen you before. You sure you work in the movies? So I said, yeah, I work in the movies. Trust me. This went on for a while. And finally I said, look, man, I'm on my lunch break. I'm trying to take a little relaxation time. Leave me alone, will you? He said, well, you're not that big a star. I don't even know who you are.
The joke of it all.
And I was getting a little perturbed.
Yes.
But I kept my cool. And finally I told him, I said, look, leave me alone, man, because I'm on the verge of punching you out. And he starts laughing. There's no imitating Eddie Murphy's laugh. He sounds like a mule in heat, right? Turns out it's Eddie Murphy with the prosthetics that he wears for one of the many characters.
Funny.
He laughed himself sick, so did I.
Making a joke. Funny. You've been around. Now, I understand that Coming to America might have a sequel.
It's a possibility.
If they call you, are you picking up?
Ooh, is your name Wendy?
Yes.
You better believe it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd love to work with Eddie again. I mean, I had never had so much fun in my life.
We like that.
Amen.
You know, do you have a love life? Like, I don't mean to ask, but...
Don't.
Oh, you don't? Oh,
no, don't
ask. Okay. So he's a mess like the rest of us.
True.
On Good Times. You know, that sitcom was set in the 70s in the projects in Chicago, and James Evans was a positive father in the household.
True.
Until you died in a car crash.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was hard.
Yeah.
I understand that you had issues with JJ's buffoonery.
Yeah, I did. I admit it. I thought that he could have done well, they could have written his character with a little bit more substance than they did. But then you need comedic relief because we tackled so many serious subjects on that show. Yeah. Gang shootings and drug addiction. You needed something to balance it, a little levity. And he supplied that levity.
Yeah. And so, behind the scenes on the show, as you know, the man of the house, did you have a lot of input in how things were written?
Well, I thought I did until they fired me.
Because I heard that originally Florida was supposed to be a single mom.
Yeah, but now I must give credit to Miss Roll for that, the late Esther Roll. She was a very positive force, and she insisted. She told Norman Lear she did not want to be a single woman. She wanted a complete family. So thanks to Esther Roll, they auditioned several actors for the part. And when I had a chance to read the role of James Evans with Miss Roll, she said, "That's it. That's my husband."
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, you're an iconic actor.
Thank you.
And, you know, I love that you're here.
Thank you.
Also, I had no idea that you were an artiste.
Yeah.
Like your TV son, JJ.
Exactly. There's a funny thing about this book called A World Without Color, my first children's book. When I graduated from East Orange High School in Jersey.
Okay, Jersey
Somebody here
all
from
day.
East Orange?
Jersey all day.
All right. You know how they mention in your high school yearbook what your aspirations are after you graduate? Mm-hmm. Mine was to go to the New York School for Cartoonists and Illustrators. Now, after all this time,
really?
I'm back to doing what I wanted to do. I wasn't the illustrator in the book, but I was part of the creative team. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I've finally reached my objective, which was to become a cartoonist.
Sounds like you have a really charmed life.
I have.
You know?
I have. I've been blessed, Wendy. I've
Yeah.
been blessed. I've been able to do everything I wanted to do, with the exception of making it as a professional football player. That was that was one of the things I wanted to do. It never really happened for me, but I had a couple of tryouts and made some great friends.
Tryouts for who?
Oh. I'm only on the show for a few minutes. It would take a couple of days to list all the teams.
A lot of tryouts and a lot of cutting.
Kansas City Chiefs twice. The Norfolk Neptunes of the Continental Football League. I spread my talent around.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Uh-huh. Well, the whole acting thing worked out for you real well, and you didn't have to break a kneecap while doing it. Now, you and Loretta Devine have teamed up
Yeah, and I'm looking
with
forward
an
to that.
animated series.
Yes.
We love her here at the show, by the way. She's a whole lot of fun.
She is.
Uh-huh. So what's the series about?
Well, the series is Nubbin and Friends. It'll be an animated children's series, and I'm looking forward to that. I love to work with Loretta Devine, and I think it's going to be a very successful show. Kids are looking forward to it already from the tests they've done, and Nubbin and Friends is going to be huge. I'm producing that with Charles West and his company in Atlanta, and he is a wonderful producer and entrepreneur, so we're looking forward to having success in that field as well.
Now, they told me that you have a special message for me from Nubbin. I haven't seen it, so let's watch together.
Hi, I'm Nubbin. Nice to meet you, Mrs. Williams. You look very beautiful today.
John Amos, it's a pleasure to know you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming by. And the book is called A World Without Color. It's available now.